Hi, I'm Ishan, and today I will be explaining about Delhi's air pollution problem through vehicles over the past few decades. Delhi is a very historic city-state, which is the capital city of India. Its population is 22 million and has seen a dramatic rise in population over the last decade and even over the last several decades. Because of the dramatic rise in population, many concerning problems have started to occur and develop, including pollution and poverty. One of the most noticeable changes to the state of Delhi is the incredible decrease in air quality. Before the mass usage of motorized vehicles hit the roads of Delhi about 30 to 40 years ago, Delhi's air was extremely clean compared to that of today. Because manners of air quality measurement were unavailable for Delhi in 1970, another way to get a guess about what the atmosphere was like is to observe photos. Looking through photos my parents took of Delhi in the 1970s, it is rare to see a Delhi sky that isn't pure blue. As my mom puts it, the skies were almost always blue and only weren't when there was rain or the occasional dust storm. One of the only causes of hard-to-breathe air in Delhi at the time had been the dust blown into Delhi from the Rajasthan deserts. And while that is still observable, when juxtaposed with the other causes of a decreased air quality today, it is very clear that dust from the desert is one of the smaller concerns in present-age Delhi. You might be wondering at this point how this changed. Well, as population and wealth among certain groups increased, so did the amount of vehicles purchased. Vehicles, as we know today, are extremely polluting machines. Currently in Delhi, they account for 70% of air pollution that is so intoxicating, it ranks as the number one as the world's worst. Air pollution that is so poisonous that it puts 1 in 5 Delhi residents at a high risk of developing respiratory disease, leading air pollution to be the 5th largest killer in India, accounting for 600,000 deaths every year. How do car emissions affect the environment, though? Carbon dioxide is one of the many vehicle emissions. It is a chemical well known to most of us through its ability to trap heat inside the Earth's atmosphere because it is a greenhouse gas. And because there are 13 million vehicles on Delhi roads, it all adds up and contributes to the carbon dioxide footprint Delhi leaves. One that is a great contributor to the buildup of greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere, leading to global warming. Global warming is also an extremely important result of vehicles to consider because its effects affect the whole world, not just New Delhi. If global warming continues, air temperatures will rise and more drought is expected, leaving countries with a high level of agricultural productivity, such as India, in trouble. The release of all these chemicals is very concerning in Delhi, especially as the numbers are not set to slow down, as an additional 1,400 vehicles are added to Delhi roads every single day, the largest increase of any city in the world. If no change is made, the future of Delhi's air quality seems very dull, with only it decreases to an already world worst air quality scenario. But with almost any problem created by man, there are solutions. Dr. Anurag Agarwal, an expert on air quality's effect on the lungs, talks about a solution showcased by countries such as Singapore, where every vehicle is only allowed to be on and driving the roads every other day. If someone wanted transport on a day when the usage of their car was not allowed, they could easily use the well-functioning metro system. As statistics then showed, Singapore's air quality improved back to the moderate category. One solution already introduced in Delhi was the introduction of CNG fuel vehicles. As the table shows, CNG vehicles pollute the air less by releasing fewer chemicals when burned. By reducing the amount of chemicals produced by certain vehicles, Delhi would have been able to slightly control the increase of air pollution. However, with so many other non-CNG vehicles still being used, almost no decrease in pollutants was observed. If this possible solution would have been a larger scaled one, by making it apply to all vehicles, it is extremely likely that the air pollution levels would stop going up. Probably the easiest solution to implement in Delhi to control air pollution would be to require all vehicles to follow current European emission standards. Delhi have generally been late to adopt the new standards, but are currently working towards requiring all car manufacturers to implement Euro 5 standards on vehicle engines, which reduce the amount of chemicals given off. The final solution to air pollution that Delhi have and are continuing to implement is the development of public transport systems. Delhi transport buses have been readily available to the public of Delhi, but now with the metro, more and more people are switching from personal vehicle usage to using the metro, a mass transit option. By making the metro more convenient by adding stations in more destinations and increasing security, Delhi could reduce the amount of vehicle usage and therefore air pollution. The Delhi air pollution problem is concerning but manageable, and with a combination of many of these solutions, some of which are already in place, some of which are being worked on by the government now, the future for Delhi's air quality looks like it will be a much improved upon version of that of today.